I wanted to give a demonstration of an alternative way to put the laces on a grip for an Oculus Touch controller. These are ones that I 3D printed out. They're based on the ones by Mammoth. I think that's how you pronounce it. I really do like them, especially when I'm moving around quite a bit with shooters. It's just really nice to be able to let go of the controllers and have them stay. The one thing that I noticed when I first started using them is when you pull the straps really tight on your hand to keep it in place, it positions the controller in a way that is not comfortable. So I can give you a demonstration of what that looks like. So here's a controller without it. When I hold a controller, if you see it's really just the tip of my index finger, and I don't know, I think that's normal for most people. When I pick up a controller, it just naturally falls like that, with the tip of my finger on the trigger. So I have access to the thumbstick and the buttons relatively easily, but mainly it's just that trigger. So that's naturally how it falls into my hand. So now I'm going to put this one with the strap on and pull it tight so that it stays in place, and then you can see what it does when you pull it tight. So when you pull the strap tight, it kind of goes across the back of your hand, but what that does is it places the index finger on the trigger is actually at the second knuckle. So you can still play it that way, and it's very secure on there. It's not going anywhere. You can really move your hand around, and it's not going anywhere. Easy access to the buttons, but it is a little bit comfortable when you reach over to the thumbstick, at least for me. The grip button, no problems with that. It's really just the trigger. It just is not the most comfortable fit. So, and I can't take credit for this. Somebody on Facebook had posted similar complaints about just how it forced the controller into a certain position in your hand that wasn't normal when you pick it up. So I'm going to show you what that looks like and what that experience is like. So you pretty much start the same way with the way that it's looped around here, like this. I mean, when you start out, you pull the laces through it like that. There's this part right here. So you pull the laces through like that. So you're going to start the same way, but what you want to do is you want to get, if you can see that, let me take it out a little so that'll be easier. You want to get this loop pretty much there, just big enough for the laces to go through. So it's going to be the same, except the laces are going to come through the top, and they're going to thread through like you would to keep it in place on the ring. As you can see, I think you can see, they go to the left and right of the grip instead of coming down here and being forced in the center. So by coming around the back, it kind of spaces them out a little bit. And these get fed through just like before. And again, these are 3D printed. The only part that I didn't 3D print because I was too lazy was the part that holds them tight in place. This part I just bought this one at a fabric store in their button section. And it's just a great little lace. It's for, I don't know, jackets or whatever. So pull that tight. So now you'll see, instead of being cinched like that, they're naturally just kind of spread out. So what that does is when you put the laces on, it doesn't force them across the back. It comes over here and here, and also I leave my index finger out because you don't need to actually have it strapped down. And so just pull it tight. So you can see this is not going anywhere either. But if you look at my index finger, it's back on the very tip of the trigger where the normal grip is. So anyway, that is an alternate way to lace up your grips.